Hi, everyone. I wanted to take a brief moment to talk to you about my systems approach to coaching. My name is Courtney Edmond, and I am the owner of To Tame the Shame Parenting and To Tame the Shame Coaching. And many times I find myself working with a kid and with a parent simultaneously. Or I'm working with a kid and I'm not yet working with the parent. And what I wanted to share is that I find that it's super important, no matter whether I am working with both the parent and the child, or just the parent or just the child, that there is a um, baseline understanding of how we as a system working together, no matter who are the players in the system, that we are working together towards the same goal. We have the same information. We're working from the same platform of information, and from the same approach. And what I find is there are 6 pillars. When these 6 pillars are embraced by everyone in the system, we make the most effective and efficient progress with the child. And so let me take a moment and I will share this system, the picture of the system. So you can see that, it's a triangulation, and sometimes it's a triangle, sometimes it's more of a TP, sometimes it's a TP turned upside down, sometimes it's just a line back and forth between the parent and the child. But when all three are working together, what I find there to be the most effective and efficient progress. And that is because we all are collaborating, we are communicating, we are creating an air of curiosity. We are creating an air of transparency in which there is, everybody knows what's happening with the other. And there's a level of accountability that the child has to the parent, the child has to the coach has to the child and to the parent has to the child and the coach. And so sometimes there's a need for greater accountability that the coach can provide to the child so that the parent's not the nag, but there's still a level of accountability in growth, in skill development. Um, and ultimately, what is the ultimate goal is that everyone is being empowered to to learn new skills, to grow, to become self-determined, to have some self-agency, to do what it is that they say they want to do. And so I just wanted to share this systems model approach to coaching because I think that it's important to name that when everybody is working from the same platform and with these same pillars, it can really create a transformative experience for a young child, for a young adult, for a parent, and ultimately for the relationship between the parent and the child. And sometimes it's helpful for a coach to be involved in this process of establishing a new way of communicating, a new way of collaborating, a new way of being transparent, a new way of being accountable and helping the child be accountable to the parent. But ultimately, the process of coaching for child and for parent is about empowerment, um, and about empowerment to becoming an independent person um, with a high level of skill um, that is developed over time towards independence, towards self-realization. And it's a real privilege to be a part of that process with any family. And but I just wanted to share these 6 pillars And so that you could take time to think about how they show up in the relationship that you have with your child, in a relationship that you might have with the coach, in the relationship that if your child has a coach, how does it show up in the relationship that you have with the coach that's working with your child? Because I think that when all of these things are in place, you will have the most effective and efficient way of helping your child make progress with the coach who's working with your child. So um, I hope that this provides some information for you, no matter who you choose to have as a coach for your child, that you can bring this to them and say, look, I really think that we need to have these elements as part of our system of coaching to help my child. So I hope that you will take this information and use it to empower the relationship that you have with your child and with a coach if you have a coach for your child.